Hello everyone. Today I want to show my Bible journaling page on Deuteronomy. I'm going to use acrylics on this page, so I'm preparing my page with matte medium from Liquitex. I'm using a non-stick craft sheet behind my page, so I won't adhere it on the other pages behind it. And I'm using a foam brush to apply the medium. This is a bit softer than another brush, so you won't get the bristles that you will have with a normal brush. I'm just applying the medium on top of the page. I'm using a very thin layer. And if you would like to, you could use multiple layers. I'm mostly using only one because I'm too impatient to wait for 2 layers. The Bible pages are very thin, so you have to be careful when applying the medium. So I don't add a lot of pressure, but as you can see, my page still wrinkles up a bit. When you're done, you can wipe away the medium from the craft mat with some baby wipes. As I said, I'm going to use acrylics, and I chose a couple of colors that will match the stickers from Illustrated Faith that I'm using in this video. I added a piece of paper behind my page because the paper dries faster than the craft sheet behind it. And I've experienced that I don't smudge as much on the back of my paper when I'm using a little piece of white paper behind it. I added a couple of drops of water to my acrylics so they become more translucent, so I can still read the text behind it. And I'm using a paper towel to dab the excess paint off and to make it fade into the background a bit more than when I'm using a regular brush. I just like to work with paper towels, it's really just what you prefer to work with. I'm mixing the paint with the water with my brush, so I will add the first little bit of paint onto my page with my brush just because there's still paint on it from the mixing. So it's just really what you prefer. If you don't add any water, you could use the paper towel instead of the brush, or just use only a brush. And you just have to play a bit with the amount of water you use and the amount of acrylics. Some colors are a bit more translucent than the others, so it just depends on which color you use, how much water you will need to add. I'm using the same technique for the entire background, so I'll just let you watch me painting. I wasn't really sure about the pink color I added, so I used a little bit more green. But in the end, the stickers I'm using and everything else is covering up the pink a bit, so it doesn't bother me at all when I finish the paint. I'm using a couple of decorative ribbons from Maggie Holmes, and I will cut them out from the sheet before I rib them, because otherwise you will have the chance that you will rib on some other images. So I'm just applying them to my page and I'm ribbing them with a little popsicle stick. I'm making sure I've got every spot, but if you didn't get everything the first time, you can lay your ribbon back onto your page and you can line it up with the piece you already have. And you can rib it again to get the rest of the image onto your page. When the edges don't adhere really well, I will use the backing paper just to make sure they adhere to the page. I'm using a couple of stickers from Illustrated Faith, and these are from the Say It Colorful and the banner set. And they have a couple of different words or sayings on them. I chose a couple of words that really fitted my text and the message I would want to display on my page. And I'm just adhering them right to the page. This time without any multimedia, because I'm not going to add anything on top of it. I'm writing my message beneath the stickers with a micron pen. Most of the time I sketch it out before I start, but for this page I just write it on immediately onto the page. I did get a little spelling mistake, but I was able to fix it really well. So if you don't know it, you won't see it anymore. That finishes my page for today. I will let you have a closer look. And I'll show the back of the paper, because it doesn't really bleed. And especially with the multimedia, you won't really see the micron pen too. So that finishes my video for today. Thank you for watching.